Welcome back to Brick Church Middle School. Excuse me. Should have probably cleared my throat before we began this second half stream. Steve and Mrs. Steve. Steve-O, Dr. Steve and Mrs. Steve coming to you. Bringing you some eyes and ears and Music City Jazz basketball. The Jazz have their work cut out for them as we enter the second half of play. St. Louis taking it to them. This game started out really balanced for the first 6 or 8 minutes, and since then, it has been all St. Louis spirit. Music City trying to regroup. We've got 24 minutes of basketball remaining. So Music City's goal is just take it one possession at a time, chip away at the stone. Music City, by virtue of being down, will be the inbounding team for half number 2. Jolly, what else we got out there? Kelso has the ball. Jolly, Kelso, Josh Eddy, McClure, and Lil Mike Neal, who puts that three-pointer in the air. Cannot put it down, though. Off the rim, rebound Goodwin. He's coming back for the Spirit. Into the lane, tries to hit Williams. Eddy, nice hands on defense. Josh got a hand in there, punched the ball up and out. St. Louis will maintain possession, but a nice defensive breakup by Josh Eddy. Williams probably a little bit outside of his range, just threw an air ball. That is picked out by Music City. Down on the baseline under the basket. Lil Mike McClure pump fake over Williams. Ow! Couldn't put it down. McClure had a chance for a three-point play. Oh, did he walk? Oh, a 3-second violation. My mistake. 3-second violation on McClure, I'm assuming. Either way, Payne puts up a three. Payne has been on fire tonight. Can't put that one down. Up the far side to Mike Neal. Neal from the free throw line. Nice running jump shot by Neal as he puts it down. 4 points for Little Mike. This is what we've got to do. Chip away, chip away. Payne can't put it in. Eddy draws a foul, I'm assuming, on Williams. It is. Sheldon Williams for him. That is his second foul. I may have missed one foul earlier on the Spirit, so somewhere there is a floating extra foul. Not sure who it's on, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Jolly, 3. Oh, I thought that was in. Jolly in perfect rhythm, just a little bit short. Brandon Johnson takes a look, decides not to shoot. Long 3 by Goodwin, rebound Josh Eddy. Eddy with the ball on the floor, gets it to Neal, up to Kelso. Kelso, far side Jolly, back baseline Kelso. Puts it out, Neal. Nice heads-up play by Neal. Jolly with Williams all over him, gets it to Eddy. There's some banging, pushing, shoving. Williams has another foul called on him. Too quick on Sheldon Williams. He's got 3 on the night. 10:13 remaining. Josh Eddy on the line. 60-37 in favor of St. Louis. Just a little at a time. Nice shot by Eddy. Josh Eddy, that's his second free throw made tonight. He's got a couple of points. Just cut away at the lead, cut away at the lead. Eddy again. Nice touch by the big man. 60-39. Music City with all 4 points in the second half, and they're trying to expand on that. Rebound Jolly. Up the floor he goes. Picks up his dribble. Needs Mike Neal to help him out. Neal's got it toward the timeline. Looking at Goodwin. Kelso, far side. Payne on him. Switches off to Brandon Johnson. Over to Mike Neal. Oh, Neal couldn't put down that 3. Here comes St. Louis. Nice job by the Spirit. Wow. Somehow he found Payne down on the other end, and Payne runs his total up to 20. Beautiful play by the Spirit. What a nice pass. Threaded the needle. Jolly with a nice little move there. He had Johnson all over him. Kelso puts down a 3 as I'm talking here. Kelso with 9 on the night. Music City, chip, chip, chip. 25-point lead has turned into a 20-point lead. Patience. Music City doing a good job controlling the ball this period. Johnson, Williams tried to punch that one out to a teammate, couldn't do it. Eddie picks it up, gets it to Kelso, another three, and in Kelso! 2 straight three-point shots for Kelso. Jalen Kelso, 12 points tonight. Kelso's got 6 unanswered, and the lead is down to 17. 8 straight points for the Kings. Oh, Payne, I think that was a tray. Yeah, it was a 3. Wow. Payne is a force tonight. Earning that number 23 he sports. Little Mike. Nice move on Brandon Johnson. Baseline, tried to go reverse layup. Williams picks it out of the air. And we're off Williams. Williams couldn't control the ball. It hits the baseline and a turnover. Ball to the Jazz. 65-45 in favor of St. Louis. Timeout on the floor. I believe that's a timeout on St. Louis. I was looking at the scoreboard when the ref made the indication, but given the momentum of this half, St. Louis needed that timeout. 8:14 remaining in the third quarter. Music City came out of the locker room down 25. They have worn that down to 20. They can bring it down to close to 10. They've got a shot to pull ahead in the fourth quarter. Looks like St. Louis is starting to make some mistakes in this half, and Music City has been capitalizing on them. Martwan Payne has definitely kept St. Louis in this. Payne having a whale of a game. He's got 23 points. Leading Music City is Jalen Kelso with 12. Behind him, a couple players have 6. Zay Carr's got 6, and Cameron Holman's got 6. See if the Jazz can build upon some of the momentum. They will have the ball and have to come the full length of the court. Kelso into Jolly. Derek Jolly's got Josh Eddy, Mikey Neal, and McClure on the floor with him. McClure comes out, tried to give Jolly a pick. Jolly kind of worked through the players on his own. Kelso up over the trees, can't put it down. St. Louis on the counterpunch, far side. Brings it to the middle of the court, long three, and it's in. Brandon Johnson Brandon Johnson. 1, 2, 3, he's got 11. Both Johnsons on the floor. Number 20 is Donnell Johnson. St. Louis celebrating, getting some of their lead back, and now a turnover gets them the ball back. Brandon Johnson, 68-45 is the score, 23-point lead for St. Louis. Johnson baseline, puts it up and down. He's had a few unanswered, runs his total to 13. We're under 7.5 to go, and St. Louis has actually opened up a little bit bigger of a lead. It's a 26-point deficit now for the Jazz. Jolly back of the rim. Williams on the rebound. I haven't kept track of rebounds, but I am positive Williams is well in to double digits. Both Johnsons contributing heavy now as Donnell puts down a 3. And Music City, who had it down to 17, now finds themselves down 29. Under 7 minutes to play. Jolly in the paint, can't hit it. Brandon Johnson runs it down. Here come the Spirit. Johnson to Goodwin. Goodwin into the paint. Johnson can't handle the pass. Little Mike picks it up. Gets it to Jolly. Goodwin coming hard. Jolly puts it up and down. Derek Jolly runs his total up to 7. Goodwin thought he could get him from behind. Just didn't quite get there. I don't know that Jolly knew he was coming until the last second. He heard those footsteps. Protected the ball and put it in. Wide open 3 for Payne. The Jazz let Payne take that shot. I don't know if they may not have thought he could have hit it, but Payne is hitting everything. Little Mike Neal up off the backboard. McClure rebound, throws it a little too hard. McClure punches it out. Little Mike runs it down. Neal looking around. Nice hustle by Neal. to McClure. In and out of his hands. He does pick it up. Eddie looking around. Sends it hard into Derek Jolly. Jolly with Johnson on him. Donnell with a hand on him. Shot clock running down. Josh Eddy puts it on the floor. It skips over to Williams, who gets it to Payne, who is unmolested as he goes in. He's got 28 on the night, and Music City, for all of the punch they had coming out of the locker room, they're starting to look tired. Jolly, 3. Derek Jolly put it up and down. Jolly's got double digits, 10 points for Derek. Goodwin, far side, bounce past Donnell Johnson. Johnson makes a move on McClure, goes to the hoop, and puts it down. Donnell Johnson up to 15. 29-point lead again for the Spirit. Little Mike had Jolly open outside the three-point line, but Mike took it himself. Mike Neal. 52 now for the Jazz. Payne on Jolly. Payne, oh my God! Payne doesn't even have to look. He just throws the ball in the air, and it goes in the net. Neal, baseline, throws a rainmaker. Eddie can't grab the rebound, smacked out of his hands by Williams. Donnell Johnson with a 3. This is getting depressing. Music City having some trouble on their shots. St. Louis is having trouble missing. There was a commercial years ago. I think it was Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley playing horse, and they started taking shots from all over the court. Then they moved out to the parking lot. Then they moved to the building next door. Then they moved down the block, and everything they threw up in the air went into the hole. That's what we've got going on with the St. Louis Spirit. Boy, the last time out I mentioned St. Louis was looking a little rickety. They are anything but since then. And once you get that swagger, that momentum, things just start falling. 87 now to 52. 35-point deficit for the Kings. 4:34 remaining in the third quarter. This game will mercifully end at some point. The Jazz goal now, I knew I would make the mistake and say the Kings at some point. I've called so many Kings games. Kings taking a step back this fall. They're going to come back strong in the spring. Make no mistake about it. For now, a lot of their players are on the Jazz here. Thompson in the lane, gets that one smacked by Goodwin. Nice block by Goodwin. St. Louis has been very solid on defense tonight. I've mentioned Music City has thrown the ball around a bit, but some of those errors are forced errors, as St. Louis is just putting so much defensive pressure on them. They feel, the Jazz do, that they must make the perfect pass every time. And that leads to just a little bit tighter of a pass. Back of the rim, Johnson now just showing off. Took about a half-court pass. Boy, St. Louis tried to throw it off of Jordan Freeman and out of bounds. It hit him in the gut and just kind of stopped, but St. Louis still able to get the ball back. That one counts. Goodwin put it home just as the shot clock was expiring. Goodwin's got 9 on the night. 27-point lead for the Spirit. A little bit of perspiration on the floor.
Foul on 22.
What?
Foul on 22.
L.A. was called for a foul on that play, I am told by Miss Heather, the spotter. Alan Rogers, that is his first foul of the night. L.A. thought he was going to have a word with the referee to talk it over, but he's coming over to the scorer's table to hear what the ref has said to the official scorer.
Run the clock.
The referee told the official scorer and scoreboard operator to just run the clock. Goodwin, by the way, completes the three-point play. That was a bucket and a foul. Thompson slams it home. We're going to have run clock. If I didn't finish my thought a moment ago, run clock means there won't be any stoppage on the clock. So we're going to play for 2:48 in this quarter and then just 12 minutes for quarter number 4. You can set, if you're making a cake, you can set your timer to it. We're doing a little bit of playground basketball here. Payne for three, nothing but net. Payne is looking at a basket the size of a hula hoop. Rogers misses everything. Looked like Freeman maybe stepped on the baseline. Yeah, the referee is taking it out at the baseline. So Freeman tried to grab that rebound and stepped on the baseline. So St. Louis bringing it back the other direction. We're down to 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Brandon Johnson on Thompson. Johnson baseline. Hey, they missed a shot. All right. I didn't know they could do that. Little miss by Holman. Eventually, Thompson was able to get it and put it home. Holman brought it all the way down the floor and into the trees. Wasn't able to roll it in, but Thompson said, I got your back. Goodwin, Paint. Goodwin over L.A. That was a deuce, 95-56. We're under a minute and a half to play. This really has deteriorated into playground ball as both teams just trying to make some nice highlight plays. Are you kidding me? This will be a three-point play. Holman called for the foul. Goodwin count the basket, and he'll go to the line to complete the three. If you are keeping track and you have the over-under at 41, that is where we're at right now. That's not the over-under. I'm sorry, I used the wrong term there. If you had St. Louis at minus 41, right now we'd be in a push. Errant pass. Zay couldn't quite hit Freeman. Out of bounds it goes. Another turnover, Music City. The clock is not running. It's at 1:08, so I don't know if the person running the scoreboard made a misstep or if the ref has changed the rules. Goodwin missed a shot. I'm only going to announce when they miss now. It's so unusual. Thompson with another slam. He's had a couple of slam dunks here in the last minute or so, trying to regain a little dignity for the Jazz. St. Louis, man, they have been a solid team. Barty with Holman on him. Barty spin move to the free throw line, out to the three-point area, and Carlisle misses that one. Here comes Holman. Holman over Barty, and Holman puts it home. Nice job by Holman. He's got 8 on the night. Here's St. Louis. That would be Donnell Johnson for 3. He's in the 20s now. Puts his total to 21. And triple digits for the St. Louis Spirit, and we're only in the third quarter. 100-60 in favor of the Spirit. Hendricks bringing it across the timeline. Has that one picked temporarily by Carlisle, who sails into the stands. But he wasn't able to send the ball back in bounds before he took it with him. Music City. Zay Carr fell down while that pass was coming to him, and it rolls harmlessly out of bounds. Turnover, Jazz. 2.5 seconds left. We'll see if the Spirit just launch a Hail Mary. And they missed. I figured they were going to throw it from the opposite baseline, and it was going to hit nothing but net. Well, I mentioned as we were going into the half, I'm doing some quick math in my head here. I mentioned as we were going into the half, I wonder if the Jazz, I did it again, if the Jazz can win the second half. They were outscored in that quarter 40-25. So St. Louis actually added 15 points to their lead, padding it up to 40. The lead has been as high as 41. Music City came out of the locker room with the right idea. They just wanted to get it back a little at a time. They had the lead down to 17, or from their perspective, the deficit down to 17. And then St. Louis somehow found a way to disobey the laws of physics. There was a tractor beam in the dead center of the rim on their side. Let's see if Music City can take advantage of it here. St. Louis inbounding the ball. The teams don't trade sides on the quarter. My mistake. Holman all the way down, throws it a little long. Thompson with the rebound, puts it up and in. Nice heads-up play by Daryl Thompson. Here come the Spirit. Barty sends it out toward Carlisle. Dante Carlisle. I had butter on his hands there. I thought the pass was about waist high. It looked like a good pass to me, but it went right through Carlisle and out of bounds. Carlisle kind of smiling and shaking his head as he ran past us. Just trying to have some fun for the last 11-18. Music City almost went back across the timeline. That was Little Mike that almost got shoved across half court. No look pass. I almost said Johnson to Johnson. It's actually Jenkins, number 9. Foul on Music City. Who was the foul on? That was a foul on the Jazz. I can't figure out who it was on, and at this point, I don't know that it's going to make a big difference in the game one way or the other. L.A. tries to check in and is now allowed to. Holman takes a seat for the Jazz. Alan Rogers returns to the floor. He and Little Mike are joined by Zay and Thompson and Hendricks. Second shot, same as the first. Jenkins hits both of them. St. Louis's lead back up to 40. L.A. crosses the timeline. He's got Omar in his face. Nice little move. Gets it out to Zay. Zay is, St. Louis punching at the ball every time we touch it. Long cross-court pass. They got away with it. They do it again. Can't do it a third time. Little touch pass out of bounds intended for Omar. They're not able to maintain control or possession. The referee calling the ball back. I think we're going to do it again. Thompson has stepped outside of the baseline, and I think Music City, in an attempt to catch St. Louis napping, inbounded it before the referee had checked the ball. Thompson and Zay, 2-on-1. Thompson missed. And a rebound to St. Louis. Donnell Johnson up and down. That's another 3. Boy, between him and Brandon Johnson, the Johnson boys have scored a lot. Leading all scoring, though, is Payne for St. Louis, number 23. Thompson, who has been pretty active in this fourth quarter. Over the rim flies the Jazz. Omar, alley-oop. Can't put it down. I think that was Johnson, Donnell, that he tried to hit. Oh, couldn't hit Neal. Here come the Spirit. Into the corner, now under the basket. Carlisle gets hacked, no call. Referee just wants him to play and keep the clock rolling. Neal, baseline up and down. Little Mike hits another deuce. He's got 8 on the night. 105-64. That cuts the lead to 41. I forgot to mention St. Louis had their biggest lead of the night at 23 a moment ago. That one is picked. Nice hands by Hendricks. Hendricks finds L.A., who finds Thompson. Top of the key. Why not? Back of the rim. No go for Thompson. All the way down. They were cheating. They had, who is that all the way down here? That's Carlisle, I think, standing down on the opposite baseline. That is Carlisle. Omar. Rainbow can't hit it. Thompson on the rebound. Handoff to Mike Neal. We're under 8 minutes to play. Mikey coming up. Far side. Underhand pass to Hendricks. Another underhand pass to Thompson. Thompson puts down his third slam dunk of the second half. Kelso getting ready to check back into the game. Another 3 for St. Louis and another nothing but net. One of the Johnson boys, that was Brandon. He's over 20, 21 for him. Hendricks, front of the rim, can't do it. Thompson, nice job on the rebound. Little spin move off the back of the rim. St. Louis on the counterpunch. Donnell Johnson, up and down. Boy, oh boy. Music City is scratching their heads like, how can they not miss? Ever. Anything. St. Louis can be shooting with their feet and those would go in. All right, wholesale change. I think that's not quite 10 new legs for the Jazz. Kelso's out. Zay is still out there. We got Holman. McClure came out. Little Mike had that one blocked. Picked up by St. Louis. Long bounce pass. Oh, jeez. Another three. And are you sitting down? Payne just scored another three. Payne's got about 700 points. I'm rounding, of course. Three-pointer. Holman can't hit that three, but gets his own rebound. Puts it off his knee, picks it up off the floor. He's in the trees right now. Too hard off the board. McClure rebound. Drives against nobody. Can't quite hit it. Jeez. Holman punched it up. Couldn't hit it. There is a lid over the basket on our end and an invisible hand that pulls it down on the other end. Oh, my God. Jeez. Barty draws the foul from McClure, and he'll go to the line to complete a three-point play. Music City took about 27 shots, couldn't hit any of them. St. Louis came down, got hacked, and still put it in. Barty completes the three, of course, because, they can't miss. Mike Neal, far side, has that one slapped away. I think Jenkins knew he was dancing on the line, so didn't grab the ball. The ref ended up calling it out. Ball probably hit the sideline anyway. 117-66. You heard me right. The Jazz. Mike Neal lost the dribble, was able to grab it and tap dance on the baseline. Three-pointer, Kelso can't hit. McClure on the rebound. He does hit. Nice follow-up by McClure. St. Louis playing end-to-end. Payne throws it. Payne hit Goodwin, who was actually on the St. Louis bench. Goodwin was just going to grab the ball, step forward, and shoot, act like nothing happened, but the referee is wily. He was on to Goodwin's tricks. Kelso and Neal bringing in and up. Kelso, far side, comes to the top of the key, finds Neal on the near side. In toward the paint and McClure. McClure. Out, in. Zay got punched in the face. I think Zay literally got punched in the face. Foul is on number 5. Yeah, that'd be Barty. Foul on Barty. Zay will go to the line, I'm assuming to shoot 2. 4.5 minutes. The clock is running, so we won't see another stoppage. The game will end 4 minutes and 24 seconds from now. Zay hits the first free throw. 117-69. Coach Denise telling the guys, play every play. Don't look at the scoreboard, defense first. All right, Zay hits both. They're giving Zay another shot. I would comment, but I'm not sure why, so we'll just say, okay. When you're down by, $1.6 million, we'll give you an extra shot. All right, 3:45 to go. St. Louis, Carlisle with the ball. Hands it off to Barty. Barty on McClure. Baseline. Omar. Jeez, up and in. Beautiful ball movement. Hey, can you believe this? For Omar, that was his first bucket. He's going to get another. Oh, Omar misses the dunk. McClure with the rebound. There's a whistle, though. Omar was the only St. Louis Spirit to have not scored, so he was able to get his first bucket of the game. The referee didn't want Music City to start running quite that fast, I guess. The ball, Omar missed the shot. Music City could have run it. Oh, Zay, fast hands for Carr. Carr bounce pass, Hoskins up and in. I'm sorry, Kelso. What was I saying? We don't even have a Hoskins. I made that up. Brandon Johnson, near side. Ooh, Carlisle gets bumped. He goes around Kelso, charges, baseline, Johnson up and missed. Kelso in trouble, is able to dribble out of trouble. Gets it to little Mike. Near side, three-pointer, up and in. Neal having a good fourth quarter. Neal has double digits on the night. He's up to 11. 2:20 to go in the game. 119-76. What's the score? It's the spirit of the game. Well, now that I say that, that pun was not intended. It really has been the spirit of the game. Well, that was unencumbered. Brandon Johnson with another follow-up deuce. Kelso, little Mike, let's do it again. Yeah. Oh, man, Music City can't buy a basket. Good Lord. Little Mike puts it in that time. Neal continues his romp in the fourth quarter. Johnson to Omar, far side, three-pointer, nothing but net. That was Payne. I'm running out of room to make tallies for Payne. 10, 20, 30, 40 points tonight for Payne. He has brought the pain to the Music City Jazz. We are winding down to a minute and a half to go in the game. 124 to 123. If you're just joining us, Music City only down by a basket. I'm going to live in my own fantasy land just for a minute as Omar got that dunk. He missed his first dunk, if you remember, so he made sure to get that dunk. McClure can't hit the layup. All the way back down. Payne. Oh, Payne missed a three. Are you sitting down? There is not order in the universe. Well, wait a minute. You're going to try it again. Hey, he missed 2 threes. Payne is human. Under a minute to play. We're trying to have fun here at Brick Church Middle. Mikey missed that one. St. Louis now taking their time. Omar. He's only got McClure between him and the basket. St. Louis just kind of passing the ball around, trying to kill some time. Throwing it up in the air and realizing they hit nothing but net. Trying to catch the number of the guy who just shot. Oh, that was Barty. All right, Barty got that 3. He's got 10 on the night. St. Louis has it. We're at 15 seconds. E-Money has stopped the clock because he's a rebellious young lad. E-Money said, we ain't going home until E-Money says we're going home. And now we're going to wind it down. St. Louis just inbounded it off the backboard, and Mike Neal added 2 points to his career total. That actually runs Neal up to 15. Well, the game started off with some promise for about 7 or 8 minutes, and then the toboggan hit the downhill portion of our program. Final score tonight, St. Louis Spirit 129 and the Music City Jazz 84. Thanks for joining us. Dr. Steve and Heather, we'll be back again. We'll see what happens next time the Jazz take the floor. And until they do, this is Steve for Heather and all the Music City Jazz saying thanks for watching. Thanks for being here if you're in the audience. And always remember, Music City Jazz basketball, baby. Talk to you again, everyone. Have a good night.